Oh my God! You don't pay attention to the s'more and you set your house on fire. Welcome to another episode of S'mores and More, where we take the traditional campfire treat and turn it on its head. This is the S'mores and Dinosaurs YouTube channel. Hey, do all the YouTube things. Hit like, comment, subscribe. Great. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, you may be thinking to yourself, hey, didn't you make Peeps s'mores last year? And you would be correct. If you want to watch that video, I'll put a link to it up here. Or is it over here? Down here? Here? Somewhere. If not, it's in the description. Now, here's the great thing about Peeps, is they seem to make new flavors of Peeps every single year. It doesn't matter what you do, no matter how far away you try to get from it, you're going to find weird and unusual flavors of Peeps every year. So last year we did a lot of the traditional flavors, plus we did the cotton candy one. This year, have I got 4 new Peep flavors that we're going to try out and making into s'mores. So, I don't know why I acted like that, they're Peeps. So, we are going to start with Party Cake Peeps. Party Cake Peeps! We're going to try making s'mores out of sparkling wild berry Peeps. They're sparkling, and the berry, and they're Peeps. We're gonna make s'mores out of the fruit punch Peeps. It's fruity, it's punchy, it's gonna be a s'more. And last but not least, and this might be the one I hope tastes the best, we're gonna make them out of chocolate pudding Peeps. You know, back in the days where I did a lot of improv comedy and I had a go-to, I was really good at impressions. There was a particular chocolate pudding celebrity that I could do a impression of very well. I'm not doing that anymore. You can't make me do it anymore. And boy, would I get canceled super quick if I did it. So I'm not gonna do it. So, very briefly, before I start setting some Peeps on fire, oh God, I want to try out these Peeps, see how. Hey everybody, future Sean editing this video down, jumping in here really quick. The video, it turns out, is not going to be short. So that's what happens when you make 4 s'mores in one video. The video of me testing and tasting all the different Peeps, I still like that footage, so it's going to be its own dedicated video that also will release today. So, link to that will be in the description, and I'll throw it back to you, quote-unquote future Sean. Like I said last year, you could just make a s'more out of just putting a graham cracker, piece of chocolate, a Peep, unroasted, and then another piece of graham cracker. It makes a perfectly acceptable s'more. But that's not what we do on this channel. We go the full experimentation. So I will now make a s'more out of each one of those Peeps. But not just putting the marshmallow on there. I want to toast that marshmallow up. And as if we learn, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. If it's anything like last year, we're gonna see some Peeps on fire. So I'll see y'all in just a second. Hey, quickly, this is Sean from the future. Not the future where I'm actually eating the s'mores yet, but the future where I forgot 2 important safety things when you're making roasting Peeps for s'mores. First and foremost, because they're so wide, a traditional skewer is not gonna work. So you're gonna I use a small pitchfork. Boy, my words are escaping me. Also, you need to be very careful. These Peeps are covered with a layer of sugar, and as the marshmallow inside of it melts, what happens is the sugar on the outside of the Peep will caramelize, and that caramelized sugar is extremely hot. Hotter than a traditional marshmallow. So please be careful when you're making s'mores out of roasted peep marshmallows. I would not recommend if you're having a kid make these on their own with a fire. You should probably be watching kids that they have fire anyway. That just seems like a no-brainer. Okay, back to this. Okay. Alright, I think we're ready for our first s'more. And I also forgot that Peeps are weird in terms of their shapes. So you might need two to cover cover this, but you're gonna have like a lot of meat, a lot of marshmallow here. And I know this does not look good, appetizing, but I guarantee it probably might taste well. So let's see. This is the party cake peep s'more. So this is a roasted party cake peep s'more. Let's find out how it tastes. It's all right. I also forgot, and I said in the warning about how sorry for the people, especially my mom, that hates me watching me lick my fingers. When I was warning you about the caramelizing sugar, I also forgot that the sugar becomes so hot that it almost basically instantly melts the chocolate. So you need to be very careful because this will become very messy. Very, very messy. Very messy! It's not bad. So, what I'm getting out of this is, this does make a fantastic s'more. The party cake. What I would say is, you don't necessarily taste like the vanilla cake. How the flavor profile changes in the peat marshmallow once it's roasted, is it no longer necessarily tastes like that vanilla. You don't get any of the funfetti at all. Just, bye! See you later! No, you don't get any of that. But the vanilla cake, as it melts and it becomes very, very soft, the flavor profile changes and turns into more of a vanilla custard taste, which is very appetizing. So there's really nothing wrong with this s'more at all. Yeah, very vanilla pudding, which I will need to remember if I ever end up making those Doctor Who fish sticks and vanilla pudding s'mores. We'll do that later, not today. Okay, not bad. Well, one s'more down. Up next, sparkling berry. Let's change that flavor profile. All right, folks, so we just got the wild berry s'more off of the oven, or off of the heat. Boy, that thing surprised me a little bit. I'm not saying I almost started a major fire. I'm not saying that. So I only used one on this one. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. Let's try this out. Oh, man. Whoa! So right off the bat, that berry, as intense as the sparkling berry was before it was melted, after it was melted, that peep marshmallow, the sparkling berry peep marshmallow, the flavor intensified. And now I'm getting a really strong raspberry flavor to it, which I don't need to tell any of you. Any of you that have paired chocolate and raspberry before, you know you're in for a great flavor combination there. And that is what I am picking up out of this. Oh man. This might be the unsuspecting winner for today. We may have somebody that might be actually able to offset the cotton candy s'mores from last year. This is amazing. Seriously, the marshmallow, now that it's roasted and basically liquefied, that berry flavor is intense. It's more intense and it's more evenly distributed. And then you combine the chocolate in there and you just get this stellar winning s'more combination. Oh, I am super surprised by this. Okay, all right, I low-key love this. Oh man, buddy, this is good. Holy cow. All right. Well, I have a little bit of hope now. If the wild berry tasted this great, the fruit punch is either gonna go really good or really bad. So let's find out. All right. Ooh. The prongs came out cleanly, which is a good sign. All right, so we are now trying out the fruit punch s'more, and maybe you don't need two peeps. Oh, that's so hot. Oh, hot. I was saying off camera, one of the things, especially like with this fruit punch s'more that's so deceptive, is that the caramelized sugar caramelized a deep red, the same red as the regular sugar. So it's like I knew it was hot and I knew I shouldn't touch it, and I did, but you couldn't tell. It looks literally like an airhead. I would be so lucky if this just tasted like an airhead. Well, guess we'll find out. That's not good. Oh, good. Ugh. So, everything that happened with the wild sparkling berry peeps, or the flavor intensified and got distributed throughout the marshmallow, and it worked really great in tandem and union together. That's the opposite with this. The flavor intensified. But what? Oh. The fruit punch flavor intensified, but now it no longer tastes like Hawaiian punch. It doesn't even taste like Kool-Aid. Well, that's not true. It's just the flavor is somehow so indistinctive and sharp and biting at the same time that overall it just makes it rather unpalatable. And then you combine it and put it with graham cracker and chocolate, and it just doesn't mesh well. Sometimes flavors just don't work well. That's why we experiment. We try these things out. I try these things out so you don't have to, or should. Look, if you really like fruit punch flavor, don't make this s'more. It's not good at all. Okay. Well, I was hoping that would maybe be a little bit better than it was. That means chocolate pudding, you're our last hope. Let's end this on a good note. Good note. Let's end this on chocolate pudding. Well, our chocolate pudding peep is all done. It's a very sad little bunny right now. And I thank it for sacrificing its life to become a s'more. All right. Okay, here we go. Before I try this out. Oh, dear God that watches over s'mores. Please let this be better than that fruit punch s'more. Okay, here we go. Ooh. It's good. It's better than a fruit punch. Interesting. So, what I think is interesting about this chocolate pudding s'more, what I think is interesting about this roasted, we'll get this eventually. What I think is interesting about this toasted chocolate pudding peep s'more is, unlike the last two flavors, unlike the fruit punch, unlike the sparkling berry, where the flavor profile in the peep got dramatically increased, this time it really softened out the overall flavor. Where when you put it, when you bite into it, you're really not getting much more of a flavor profile than a normal s'more. The liquefied marshmallow has hints and notes of that chocolate pudding that you got in the beginning, but it is not as strong as the chocolate you're just getting from the regular chocolate bar. I mean, it helps it certainly, but I'm gonna admit I'm a little underwhelmed with this one. What that tells me is a lot of the flavor is going into that sugar that we then caramelize, and then we lose when we make it into a s'more. So it's nothing that the Peep did wrong. The Peep did exactly the job it was supposed to do. And if you want those chocolate Peep, if you want the chocolate pudding Peeps, and you want the taste of chocolate pudding in the Peep, just do that. Just eat the pudding. It's a fantastic Peep. But as a s'more, it's just a little underwhelming. What a shame. Alright, so we've tried out all four flavors. We tried the party cake, the sparkling wild berry, the fruit punch, and the chocolate pudding. So if I had to rank them, I think we'll go from last to top. Fourth place, the fruit punch. Oh, God, that was awful. I don't know if I truly expressed how bad that was, but it was bad. Really bad. As a s'more, it was awful. As a peep, it was not great. So I've been seeing these fruit punch peeps for a while. If you wanted to know, don't get them. Number 3, in terms of the s'more, I'm gonna have to give it to that chocolate pudding peep. It was great as a peep, but as a s'more, it just didn't bring its A game. And I feel bad for the marshmallow, and I don't know why. I'll talk to the marshmallow later. I'll let it know that it did its best. Number 2, party cake. Not, in my personal opinion, the best peep in terms of just being a peep, but in terms of being a s'more and being toasted, ooh, that brought a hidden surprise. That vanilla pudding aspect of it, really, it was a different flavor profile that you get than just using a regular old vanilla marshmallow that you're gonna get at a store. So that was a surprisingly great surprise. Cool. How many times can I use surprise in this last section? If you count them up and write them in the comments below, you will get a fantastic prize of writing in the comments section below. But first place today goes to the sparkling wild berry peep. Oh man! And I'm looking at, I looked at the design. It's not just raspberry, but there's also notes of like blueberry in there, which I could get. The liquefied flavor is more of that raspberry. Oh, it was so good. I don't know if I'm really, I'm just some guy on YouTube. You don't have to believe me or not. But what I'll say is, it is remarkably surprising. That flavor already pairs well with chocolate. And that liquefied peep marshmallow, when it wraps itself around chocolate, you just get this fantastic dessert that is worthy of people trying out for their own. And whether they do or not, who knows? I don't know where that sentence was going. It's certainly not great sentence structure. If any of you are familiar with my writing and go, ugh, what's with this guy? Let me tell you something. All of this is extemporaneous. I don't write any of this in terms of s'more dialogue. Anywho, I think that will bring us to a nice ending of this episode of S'mores and More. Hey, like I said before, hit like, comment, subscribe, do all those fancy YouTube things down there below. We try to put out videos every Friday. We'll see how well that works. Regardless, I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll see you again really soon. Alright. Hey, did you guys want some marshmallows? Hey! Ah! Alright.